I'm going to be playing the Raid on the Grey Havens, Second Breakfast Challenge, number 8. Which includes the restrictions for one deck, that it has to be a fellowship deck, where you can't put any non-unique allies in your deck, and forced, when you control exactly 9 unique characters, flip this card over, and each character you control gets +1 to each its attributes of willpower, attack, and defense. And after a character you control leaves play, flip this card over. The other restriction is it has to have healing and weapons. So the heroes I've chosen are Elrond. He's 13 threat, a 3/2/3/4 Nordal Noble. You may spend resources from Elrond's resource pool to pay for spirit, leadership, and tactics allies, and response. After a character is healed by another card effect, heal 1 damage on it. And I've got Adrian. She's 11 threat, a 2/3/2/4 Dunedain Ranger Scout. Response. After a location is explored, ready Adrian. And the third hero is Baragond. He's 10 threat, 0/1/4/4 Gondor Warrior Sentinel, and lower the cost to play weapon and armor attachments on Baragond by 2. So the starting threat for this deck is 34. In deck 2, the restriction is it has to be Tri-Spear, Woodmen, and have cards that, when they leave play, give bonuses. So the 3 heroes I've chosen for this deck are Windfast from Alap. She's a 10 threat, a 2/1/2/3 Woodman Scout. Setup. Search your collection for a creature ally and add it to your hand. For the first round, reduce its cost by 2. And a travel action. If there is 1 active location, spend 1 resource from Windfast's pool to travel to another active location. Resolve its travel effect. There are now 2 active locations. And I've got Haldan. He's 10 threat, a 2/3/1/4 Woodman Scout. While the active location has an attachment on it, Haldan does not exhaust a quest. In response, when the active location is explored, draw 1 card for each attachment on it. And the third hero is Legolas. He's 9 threat, 1/3/1/4 Nordal Sylvan Warrior, ranged. Response. After Legolas participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, place 2 progress tokens on the current quest. So the starting threat for this deck is 29. And the creature ally that I've chosen for setup from Windfast ability is Meneldor. Opening hand for the Fellowship deck. I'll take this. It's got a lot of cheap allies. We need willpower in this deck. Oh, this is nice. Readying and card draw. And combat or attack cancellation. Co 1A, the Corsairs Assault. Set Captain Sahir and Nasia side out of play. Add the Havens, Burn, the Dream Chaser, and one copy of Sahir's Ravager to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck, and discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until X locations with the flame keyword are discarded, where X is the number of players in the game. Add each discarded flame location in the staging area to the staging area, then shuffle the encounter discard pile back into the encounter deck. So we got two flame locations, the White Ship and Pillaged Ship. Nasty Threat, total of adding of 6. Shuffle the discard pile back in. So now with the starting threat for this thing, we've already got 11 in the staging area. You can see what I was saying, how we need to have a lot of willpower in the gecko. And 1B, the Corsairs Assault, 18 quest points. Forced, at the end of the combat phase, deal X damage to a flame locations in play with the lowest of flame value. X is the number of Corsair enemies in play. Draw a card. Dagger of Westerness. We're going to put the Spear of a Citadel onto Barragond for free. I'm going to put Ioris into play. We're going to put Quick Beam into play. Oh, we don't have enough resources. We're going to put Arwen into play. And then we're going to attach the Dagger of Westerness to Legolas, giving him +2 attack when he attacks enemies that are higher than his threat, or 1 attack. I'll go over to the Woodmen deck, draw a card. I'm going to put the LOTR into play, and it only costs 1 because of the discount from Windfast, and I can put 2 progress on a location. I'm going to put 2 progress onto Pillage Ship. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And this is a token of Arwen, and I'm going to be targeting Varagond. So there's a total of 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the staging area. First card is Battle Hardened. Place 1 resource on each raider enemy in play. Each engaged non-ship enemy makes an immediate attack. If there are no engaged non-ship enemies, Battle Hardened gains Surge. When revealed, deal 2 damage to an inflamed location in play. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a flame location with the highest flame value and add it to the staging area. So I'm going to choose to put the 2 damage onto the Greyhaven ship, because it doesn't have to be the lowest or the highest. And the second card is an Umbar Raider. So all in all, we only added 2 threat. So we quested neutral. So now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to quest to the Pillage Ship. And the Umbar Raider is going to engage the Fellowship deck. Now we're going to deal out shadow cards. And the reason why I engaged it with this deck is because we have no resources. And the Umbar Raider reads Force. After Umbar Raider engages you, move 1 resource from one of your heroes to the Umbar Raider. So we're going to attack and block with Varagond. So it has 5 defense. So he automatically gets dealt 1 damage. And no shadow, no damage. And then we're going to attack with Legolas, who's attacking for 5, or attacking for 4, and deal it 2 damage. Now we're going to go to the next round. Draw a card. Elfstone. We're going to put Elfstone onto the pillaged ship. We're going to put an ancient Masm onto the pillaged ship. We're going to put another ancient Masm onto the pillaged ship. And now there are 3 active attachments on the pillaged ship. I'm going to play the Mirkwood Hunter. Reduce the cost to play Mirkwood Hunter by 1 for each attachment on the active location. So it's only going to cost 1. Now we're going to go over to the Fellowship deck. Draw a card. Bow of the Gladrium. We're going to put that onto Legolas, giving him +1 attack and +2 attack when attacking an enemy not engaged with him. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and Haldir doesn't exhaust a quest. And there's a total of 3, 7, 8, 9 in the staging area. And the attached location has +1 quest points. First card is a Corsair Assassinist. But before I go any farther, I need to put out 2 damage onto the lowest of flame location, which was the white ship. Now, either deal 2 damage to an aflame location, play, or search, then counter deck and discard pile for the aflame location with the highest aflame value and add to the staging area. We're going to put 2 damage onto the active location. That is flame value 5. We have 4 damage on it. Now, second card is a Corsair Inflammatory. So we added a total of 4 to the staging area, bringing us up to 13. That puts 2 progress onto the active location. Now we're going to have to engage 2 of these characters. We're going to engage the Corsair Assassinist with the Woodmen deck, and the Corsair Inflammatory with the Fellowship deck. Now we deal out shadow cards. We're going to take this undefended. Attacking enemy gets Plum Watch for each damage token on the active location. So that has 4 damage, so it's attacking for 6. So that is going to destroy Haldan. And now we're going to block the Baragon, is going to block the Raider and deals 1 damage to him, so he's immediately destroyed. But he still does steal 1 resource. Oh, that's after he attacks. Now this we're going to feint. He can't attack. And now we're going to attack with Legolas. And he's going to destroy the Corsair Inflammatory. And that's going to put 2 progress onto the main quest. Exploring it. I'm putting 1 progress onto the main quest. So now we get to draw 6 cards and put an ally into play for free, which is going to be the giant bear. But first, we're going to draw the 6 cards. Yeah, the giant bear looks like the best one. And now we're going to attack with the giant bear and destroy the Corsair Arsonist. So now we're going to only have 1 Corsair Raider left in play, so we deal 1 damage to the white ship. Go to the next round. Draw a card. Unexpected Courage. We're going to put Quick Beam into play. And then we're going to put Unexpected Courage onto Baragon. Draw a card. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we're going to damage him to ready him up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's a total of 3, 7, 8, 9 in the staging area. First card is a Burning Piers. And the second one is an Umbar Raider. So we added 3 to the staging area, bringing us up to 12. So we quested successfully by 3. Now we're going to travel to the Burning Pyres. And we have to... Both enemies are engaging. We're going to engage the... See, here's the Ravager with the Scout deck, or the Woodmen deck, and the Umbar Raider is going to engage the Fellowship deck. We're going to block with the Baragon. Does 1 damage to him. And if attacking as a raider, discard a card at random from your hand and place 1 resource on attacking enemy. It is a raider. Okay, so it's attacking for 4, and we have 5 defense, so no damage. Now we're going to block with the Baragon from the Sahir's Ravager. And he deals 1 damage. And no shadow, no damage, and after Sahir Ravager attacks, place 1 resource on it, and then deal X damage to an flame location play with the lowest flame value, where X is the number of resources on Sahir's Ravager. So that's going to be getting rid of the white ship. And when this is put underneath the Haven's Burn, we need to place 1 resource on each raider enemy in play. And then when the location is put underneath the Haven's Burn, we have to reveal an encounter card. Burning Pyres. And now we're going to attack with Legolas and the Giant Bear for a total of 7, 8, 9, 10, and destroy them. Now we put 2 progress onto the active location. Now we go to the next round, and we have to place 1 damage onto the location with the lowest flame value. We're going to put that on the active location, which they both have 5. Draw a card. South away. We're going to place Unexpected Courage onto Legolas. Going over to the Fellowship deck, draw a card, Duran's Ruins. We're going to play that. Draw 2 cards. Now we discard a card. We're going to get rid of tough choice. Land Revolve. Takes that back. We're going to get rid of Furiel because we only have 1 lore hero in play, where we have 2 heroes in play that produce tactics. And now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And there's a total of 3 in the staging area. First card is Elven Carvel. And the second card is another one. So that added 6 to the staging area. So we're up to 9 in the staging area. So we quested successfully by 6. That puts 1 progress onto the active location and 5 onto the main quest, bringing us up to 9. And that will ready up Adrian. And now we get to go to the travel phase. We're going to travel to one of the elven carnivals. And we have to deal damage equal to the number of damage on it. And there's no damage on it. Now the Corsair Raider is going to attack. It takes 1 damage. It's attacking for 5. We're going to block with Baragon. And if the active location has the flame keyword, either deal it 3 damage, or deal the defending character 1 damage. We're going to deal it 3 damage. And no damage. And now we're going to attack with Legolas and Hadrian and destroy the Umbar Raider. And that puts 2 progress onto the active location. Go to the next round. There's no Corsair enemies in play. Draw a card. Bipper. Now we're going to put Landreval into play. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters right now. Now we're going to go over to the Woodmen deck, draw a card. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to be questing for a total of 16. And there's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6 in the staging area. First card is a Battle Hardened. Place 1 resource in each raider enemy. So there's no raider enemy in play, and each enemy, non-ship enemy, engage with the player makes immediate attack. Well, there's no enemy, so it gains surge. Prior to the torch. Put to the torch. When revealed, each player must either deal 3 damage to a character he controls or to a flame location in play. We're going to deal 3 damage to Landreval. And then we're going to do 3 damage to Legolas. And second card is a Raid Leader. So we added a total of 3 to the staging area, bringing us up to 9. So we quest successfully by 6. That puts 3 on the active location and 3 onto the main quest, bringing us up to 12 out of the 18. Now we're going to travel to the other Elven Carnival, and the Raid Leader, and it also readies up Adrian. The Raider we're going to engage with the Fellowship deck. And we have to give one resource. And it gets +1 defense for that. But we're going to attack. It's attacking for 5. We're going to blend with Baragond. And it deals in 1 damage. And if attacking enemy is a raider, move all resources from the defending character to attacking enemy. Well, there's no resources on the defending character, so no damage. Now we're going to attack with Legolas, who's attacking for 7, and Idrin is attacking for 3. So we're going to attack for 10 and destroy the raid leader, putting 2 progress on the active location. Now we're going to go to the next round. Draw a card, Unexpected Courage. We're going to go over to the Fellowship deck, draw a card, Healing Herbs. We're going to put that onto Elrond. Now we're just going to put the Biffer into play. We're going to hard cast them. Go to the questing phase. We're going to be questing for a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And there's a total of 3 in the staging area. And the first card is a Elven Wave Runner. And the second card is a Sahir's Ravager. So we added 6 to the staging area, bringing it up to 9. So we quested successfully by 9. That puts 3 progress onto the active location, exploring it, and 6 onto the main quest, exploring that, bringing it up to 18. Now we go to the next quest phase. The next staging step. And 2A. So here's Advance. When revealed, add Nausea and Captain Sahir to the staging area. Enemy side face up. Each player reveals the top card of the encounter deck. Place resources on both Nausea and Captain Sahir equal to the amount of damage on Dream Chaser. Add 1 resource to each other raider enemy in play. So we add, let's do to the staging area. We reveal 1 card per player. Doom 2. And deal 1 damage to each flame location in play. With less than 3 damage dealt this way, we're going to play Test of Will. Cancel that effect. And then we're going to reveal the next card as a raid leader. When they came to this was 1 resource here, and there's no resources on the no damage on the Dream Chaser. So Captain Sahir and Nasia don't get any resources. And Nasia engages the last player, and we have no events in our hand. And Captain Sahir engages the first player. All the enemies are engaging. And Adrian readies. And we're going to have the raid leader engage the fellowship deck, and the Corsair raider is going to engage so here's Ravager is engaging the Woodmen deck. And we have to move the resource from Baragon to the raid leader when he engages. We deal out shadow cards. We're out of shadow cards, so Nasia doesn't get any. Now we're going to block see here's Ravager with Baragon. If attacking enemy destroys a character, it doesn't. He takes 1 damage, and then we put 1 resource on him. And after he attacks, we have to deal 2 damage to a flame location in play. We're going to deal it to the White Ship. We forgot to travel to the Grey Havens, the Burning Piers. And now we're going to block Captain Sahir with Baragon. He deals 1 damage. And no shadow. Takes 1 damage. Now the raid leader we're going to block with Adrian and attack for 5. We have 2 defense, so it does 3 damage. Now we're taking Nasia undefended, and she's attacking for 2, so we have to put 2 damage onto Elrond. We're actually going to put that 2 damage onto Baragon. And now we're going to attack with Legolas, who's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then add the giant bear, attacking for 9. And we need, and that deals 7 damage. 2 gets taken off by resources, and it puts 5 damage, and that destroys Captain Sahir. And puts 2 progress on the active location. Now we go to the next round. This is where all those nice test of wills go away. Because when Nazi engages the player, she has to you discard all event cards in your hand. So we got to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 events. So that puts 6 resources onto Nasia. And the 2B is anytime a player would place progress on this quest, you remove an equal number of damage from locations in play instead. Progress must be placed on the active location before triggering this effect. Each raider enemy revealed by the encounter deck enters play with 1 resource on it. And if Captain Sahir is in the victory display, and each location in play has no damage on it, the players win the game. So hopefully we'll win this round. Then we won't have to worry about that large attack from Nasia. Draw a card. Vilya. We're going to put Olympus onto Varagond. Now we're going to go over to the Woodmen deck. Draw a card. Forgot to attack with Legolas a second time. But that's not going to cause any trouble. I'm going to put the Riddermark's Finest into play. Then I'm going to discard the Riddermark's Finest and clear out the active location. And then we're going to play, we're attacking for that. Be 1, 2, 3, 7. We're going to play a quick strike and attack with Legolas against the raid leader. He has 6 defense, or 2 defense and 5 hit points. So we need 7. And Legolas is attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because the enemy is higher engagement cost and it's engaged with another player. So that destroys the raid leader. And instead of putting the 2 progress on the quest, it's going to remove 2 damage from the Elven Wave runner. And now Captain Sahir is in the victory display, and there are no locations that have any damage on them. So we win the game. So this quest might be tough, But no matter what type of deck you have, you should never give up hope, even if you lose a hero so soon in the game. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.